Oh, that's
We are live. Is it right in your eyes?
No.
Pretty soon you'll see all this black spots in front of your eyes. Hi guys, this is Colleen, and with me is Kim, who is a stay-at-home quilter on Instagram, and she's all nervous, so be nice to her. She doesn't need to be nervous. She quilts, she stitches, she does everything. She teaches children.
Yeah, that's my biggest accomplishment is surviving little kids.
Yes. What grades do you teach?
This year I don't teach a grade. I am like the school proctor, so I do like the testing for the little kids, and then in the afternoon I'm in the high school, and I love being in the high school.
Really?
Yeah, I like that grade.
Well, it's a Christian school, right?
Yes.
That could be why.
Nice kids.
Well.
From the start.
Anyway, so let me see. Is anybody here? I don't know if anybody is here. I can't tell.
That's okay. I feel better if nobody's
Okay, so don't. Can you guys hear us? If there's anybody here, can you hear us? Let's see. Live view comments show up on StreamYard. This is StreamYard. Nobody's talking to us. Well,
before I knew you went live, I was looking at that thing on your wall.
What thing?
The houses.
Anna Quilt Roadies made that for me.
It's beautiful.
Her and Cheryl and Audrey came for a weekend, I think. And
okay.
Yeah, and she made that for me.
I hadn't seen it before.
Yeah.
If you come to Colleen's house, she has beautiful stuff everywhere.
Everywhere.
And you just notice it. Like every time I come, there's something new.
Yes. So we have Julianne and Ida and Daisy and Susan. Anyway, we are going to get ready and show our stuff. We're going to show finishes first.
Okay.
I don't have any quilt or cross stitch finishes, so why don't you go ahead and show us your finishes and tell us about them.
Okay. What should I start with? Should I start with this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So one of my whips, which I will show later, was originally my blessing sampler, and I kind of bit off more than I could chew, so I knew I wasn't going to get it done.
What's a blessing sampler? Every sampler I do seems to be a blessing.
I'm not superstitious. I don't take a lot of stock into it, but the idea is that you stitch something in January, you finish it in January, and it's supposed to bless your needles the rest of the year.
Oh.
So I had started on the Lord's Prayer, and I think I got like halfway or like 2/3 of the way done, and there was no way I was going to finish it. And so what was it, the 30th of January? Colleen and I actually got a message from our good friend Teresa, and she just let us know that Jean Leah had passed away.
Right.
And her and I had just talked about getting tickets to go to summer school because we really wanted to meet Jean. So it was sad to hear that she had passed away. And somewhere on Instagram maybe or Facebook, someone had posted this cross stitch by Mrs. Flossie that she had done. It's called Always Forward. And I thought it was beautiful.
And that's Jean always says that. Always don't take the stitches out. Move forward.
Yeah. Right? And I'm pretty sure, so Mrs. Flossie is Amy. Sorry, I'm not good at this yet. And she worked for Jean, and I'm pretty sure Jean like mentored her into like doing her own stuff. And so anyways, I wanted to stitch it. I had a pretty good inclination that I could start it and finish it. And I did in a couple days. So
her needle is blessed.
So yeah, so now I'm not cursed. And it's still a little wonky because it's not finished. This is the back. I don't know what fabric.
Are you going to make it a pillow, or what do you do?
Yeah, I have to stuff it still.
What do you stuff yours with?
I use sawdust.
Sawdust.
I used to use walnut shells. I still like walnut shells, but they make things very, very heavy.
Yeah, my oldest son was going to build a wood shop in the garage. I wish he would, so I can have the sawdust, because he's going to have. He's going to have one of. Yeah, you too, James. He's going to have. He's going to have one of those. It's a vacuum cleaner that vacuums it all into a bin, so it's not you aren't breathing it all, or something like that. A vacuum system, so we could just go in and dig
through it. And then I noticed the smaller the sawdust, the better it is for packing it. I like it. So
yeah.
You want me to do the next one?
Do the next one. Okay. Again, I have no finishes. I have one cross stitch whip.
Okay. So the next one I did.
Everything else is quilting.
Was should I take it out of here or no? Can you see it okay? This is Though He Seemeth Sleeping by Lucy Beam. There you go. And I've actually stitched this before. So I bought both of my finishes, but I stitched it again. I did a stitch along with April Heirlooms on Facebook. And we did it with Chrissy. She's like CM Mueller. I'm not going to remember. And Colorado Cross Stitcher.
Yeah.
Celeste Creates. Merritt Crawford.
Oh wow.
So Just Because. And then
these
my friend famous. Veronica. And Veronica is Veronica Reflections. And she did hers completely different. So hers is really neat to go see her. Again, she's Veronica Reflections on Instagram. So
Instagram?
Or Instagram. What did I say?
I don't know. I think you said Instagram, and I just echoed you because I'm an echo.
And then this is my original one. And this is on 28 count. So it's a whole lot bigger.
Oh, how cool. So this is your first one?
This is my first one.
Look, and you started on 28 count or just
this is Lugana, 28 count. I think it's mushroom Lugana. And then this is 40 count. I graduated. Although my eyes are not loving me anymore. So
can you do 46 or 56 yet?
I do not enjoy 46. I tried it and I regretted it.
We need to get some 56 count in honor of Jean.
I know.
Because she would have said, do it, girls.
But it's going to be little so that I can finish it because I am really afraid of 56 count. Yeah. And this one, the fabric is Old Stationery by Seraphim. And I love it. It's such a pretty, like, chalk. Like it's
a good sampler color.
A brownie.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's my. And so those are those.
Hello, everyone coming in.
And then I have one more.
Oh, this is cool. You need the frame.
Okay. So, and I hope I'm not being too morbid today. Like a lot of you know that I was really good friends with Daleen Wilson. She passed away last August. In fact, yesterday was 6 months, her 6-month anniversary.
It's hard to believe that.
I know, it's been way too long.
The other day I was looking and she came up on my algorithm.
Yeah, isn't that funny? She's still with us, that's why.
Yes.
So, and Daleen was a big gardener. She loved that. So when she passed away, I wanted to stitch something in her honor. And so, you know what? I don't even remember what this is called, but I can find out if anybody wants to know. But this is what I stitched for her. And I put her initials on it, and then I put the buttons down below. But Daleen loved to put stuff on buttons on things.
Yes.
And then my friend Kay, who is pro-life quilter on Instagram, she sent me this beautiful frame. It's like an oval antique frame. Here's the back. Sorry, I'm really bad at this.
Just think opposite. Even though I'm sitting there and you're sitting here.
I know. I'm really bad at this. Sorry. And anyway, so this is the idea.
I'm
eventually going to put it in this frame. There's a lot of fabric around it.
So it's an antique frame, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
I don't know if I love how much space is around it, but I don't want to stitch it again.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It could be, like how they map them. Just pretend it's matting.
Maybe I will put them.
Okay, put those away first so you don't
get confused.
No, see, that could get them.
I don't stab it.
Yeah.
And you want me to show this one?
Yeah.
Okay. This will be my last one.
Is that your last finish? No, it isn't.
Well, there's more, but
there's that one. Ray.
Oh, yes, I have to show that one. That one's the most important.
You can show all your finishes. Okay. That's what we're here for. And I've seen her post these on Instagram, so I'm like, come over. Cheryl has these. Well, she called the other day and she said, let's talk about Fostu. I said, okay. And then I guess she wants to garden. I think she's got a lot of busy things going on. Her quilts, if they're doing the barn and stuff like. Actually, I think how you get super busy in life and you think, what is the one thing I could cut out so I don't have to stress about it? It was me. It was Flossie, but that's not saying she won't be back or won't pop in. So she's just pretty busy right now getting her winter garden ready. I always think, why don't you just say I don't want to do it anymore? Don't give me an explanation because I'm going to roll my eyes.
Yeah, it's cold. It was cold here this morning.
It was.
We got snow and we had, it wasn't much snow, but we got a snow day.
Lincoln was like, what is this? And then he's like, deep, let's go pot. And then his little feeder.
He probably gets lost in the snow.
Yeah, he does. He's the same color.
Couldn't see him.
Yeah.
There's like a book about that.
Yes.
Okay, so this is Village of Hawthorne
Hollow.
Hollow.
Yeah.
By Carriage House Samplings. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it all in here.
Wow.
But that's what it looks like. And I did it all in DMC. I do everything all in DMC. Yeah. I love DMC. I don't have any desire to do so. I've done silk on a couple things, but
I like silk. I don't know why I bother with fancy floss sometimes, which is variegated, because I stitch in hand and I use a sewing method. So it doesn't really, it shows a little bit of faded or whatever, but not.
On some things it's pretty, but I have to be really selective.
Yeah. But silk, I love.
Part of me is just cheap. I don't want to spend the money.
You're cheap. That's what it is.
Yeah, I don't want to spend that much money on silk.
With all your finishes, I'm just gonna say I see how cheap you are, right?
Spend it on my linen than on my thread. Okay, and then this one was made by yours truly. She stitched it for my daughter, Rhea, and I have been holding on to it for a year now? Yeah. I don't know when you gave it to her, but she gave it to her a while ago, and it was my job to fully finish it.
Right.
And I am a terrible fully finisher, and I never fully finish anything. And then
this
finally,
is a quilter. She's
I wanted my daughter to have it. I was like, I could give it to her for Christmas. That was so I finished it and gave it to my daughter for Christmas, but it wasn't actually a gift from me because it was a gift from her. But it was like a twofer.
We went to lunch that day, so I remember. Yeah,
it was probably summertime.
Yeah, we went to a Mexican restaurant.
Yep, there it is. It's called Jesus Loves Me by Plum Street.
And she finished that with. Do you remember what the fabric is?
No, it was an old line from my stash. But I liked the peach. The peach really blended in with that church.
Yeah.
And then here's the back. And I just grabbed one of these little hangers off of Amazon. And it hangs up in her room. It's really cool. I love it. Makes me think of Colleen. Oh, and I do have one more finish.
All right.
Okay. Here's the last one.
This is cool. This is a word, and then say where you got the dough bowl. Okay. That's a dough bowl.
I'm pretty sure the dough bowl came from Hobby Lobby.
Really?
Because again, I'm cheap, and I probably got it on sale.
Are you sure? Because it's pretty.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's Hobby Lobby. I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Hobby Lobby or Michaels. I feel like I'm gonna hit you.
So that's what they put.
Okay, and then
do you want to hit me or
no? But like every time I move it over, I'm like I'm gonna whack her in the face.
Okay.
So I'll take them out individually, but so these are by Brenda Gervais. I stitched these recently with Christy Crosshatch Quilts. If you've seen her latest floss tube, she showed hers, which are amazing. And I believe she said her friend Jordan, the tattooed stitcher, also stitched them. So that was kind of cool. We all did it together. And then, so this is the first one. This is called Key to My Heart. This is its own pattern. I just made it into a little pillow, stuffed it with sawdust. And then the rest of these are from a chart called Love Notes. I don't have it with me, but they're much smaller. Cute. So this is the first one, Be Mine. And then this little girl, I Love You Latte. She's so cute. Oh, I want to get my finger out of. There we go. How do you do this? This is so hard. Okay. And
opposite of where you think it should go.
All right. And then here's the next one. And I just got these little keys off of Amazon and put a little baker's twine on it. And that one's done. And then this one is just like the little XOXO. Oh, sorry, heart.
Cute. XOXO.
Even my brain is confused. And then this one is probably my favorite one. I love her. She's so cute.
Is that a Brenda? Yeah,
they're all from the same chart, Love Notes.
Oh yeah, you just said that.
And I'm a very basic finisher. I don't put a lot of stuff on them, mostly because I'm lazy, but also sometimes I just like them plain. And then this is also my double. I believe this came from the Woolen Willow. I love her strawberries. And then were you pulling up on, or oh, now I got to remember her name.
I was going to try to.
Okay, so I recently found this gal. So this is not a cutter quilt. This is just ticking fabric. But I found this gal on Facebook Marketplace that was selling cutter quilt pillows. I got some during Christmas that were made into like Christmas trees and snowmen. And she made some hearts for Valentine's Day too. So I bought a couple of her cutter quilts. That's one. I don't know if you can really see it very well.
Yes, just wait, people.
And then this is the big one. And Colleen doesn't know it yet unless she's looked in her box.
Mm-mm.
She bought a quilt from the gal, and I bought her one of these.
Well, you found the quilt I bought.
Yeah,
Thank
I found
goodness.
it.
It was a blessing.
What happened? Colleen. It screamed her name, so I messaged her. I'm like, oh, "You interested?" Well, she mentioned something about
what
I'm gonna quilt.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Oh, that
the
sounds
Union
like...
Eagle." I wanted to do the Union Eagle.
Yeah. And I was like, that's interesting. I just saw one on Facebook Marketplace, so I sent it to her.
And I looked at the price and said,
It was a great price for a quilt.
Yeah.
So anyways, we got that. I brought that to her today, and then inside is one of these bigger hearts.
Oh, cool. You're so sweet.
That's my gift to you. So anyways, those are my finishes. That's all I brought.
What is this one? Did you show this one?
Oh,
you didn't talk about. Oh, is that whips?
It's part of my plans.
Oh, your plans. Okay. So I'm going to do. I don't have any quilt finishes. How about quilt whips? That'll give you a break.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you can show some things, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
That's all I have. So I got this panel. I think it's from QT Fabrics, but I got it at that quarter shop, and I got some little bees to go around it. And this is for a friend. Where's Lincoln? Usually I go near right into him.
Oh, he's laying on his bed.
And so I'm waiting for some more. Can you hold that? Some more bees.
Oh, pretty.
To put all around it at the top and the bottom. And then I'm going to do get some batiks and do a piano key border.
That'll be pretty.
Won't that be pretty?
All the way around it?
All the way around it.
Yeah, that'd be pretty. Where'd you get this?
QT Fabrics. Oh. So I watched this person on YouTube called Queen Bee. And so I thought that'd be cool. If she ever turns the camera on, she could use this as her backdrop.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
We'll go through that one later. And then I'm also doing...
I'm excited about that one.
The Raven. I'm doing 3 of the Raven quilts.
You are?
Yeah. So this one is by Blackbird Designs. And this is what it looks like, but I do a different border. And I have, I think, 4 done. 4 blocks. So here's one of them.
Wow, that's so pretty.
Can they see it?
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
1. Yeah, I'm going to do 1 for my older son. 1 for
a
surprise. And 1 for me.
Yeah.
And there's another one.
Didn't you already make one for you, or did you give one away?
I've already made 3 of them.
Oh,
I sold 1.
Are you trying to catch up to your chicken quilts?
Well, when Lori comes out with that Americana fabric, I remember she challenged me. I can't tell it's. And then I just machine. Applique them on.
Impressive.
And I have to do a tutorial. I have a couple friends that are doing this with me, and it's their first time quilting. I'm like Jean Lee. You could do it. It's easy because it is.
Do you have to put like a stabilizer on your fabric?
You don't have to, but I did. I used Terrio Magic.
Okay.
But you don't have to because
it probably makes it more stable.
But look how big the pieces are. So it's really easy to applique. A lot of people use just a straight stitch, or they do it by hand, or they'll do a small zigzag.
Yeah, and you did a zigzag or
blanket stitch. Yeah. Okay. Okay, you could show a whip because I'm out of air. Okay. I have 1 lung.
This has been a whip for a long time.
So proud of that one.
I know. You're doing pretty good. So this is the pattern that I'm using. It's called, what does it say? Scrappy Stars Sew Along 2018. It's by Kathleen Tracy. She's on Facebook. So I got the idea from Olivia Pumpkin Hollow. She made this quilt, I don't know, a couple years ago.
Oh, I love listening to her. I'll put who Kim's talking about in the drop down after the live is over, so you can go see these people there. It's awesome.
Her quilt is beautiful. And actually, my friend Veronica's Reflections again, she was going to make it too. We were both going to do it together. and she made hers into a little doll quilt, which is cute. But I'm determined that I'm going to have the same quilt that Olivia has. So I just
she makes the one Susan Stanley, the doll quilt, remember?
I don't know. Oh. I know Veronica does follow Susan Stanley, so she's probably done several of her doll quilts, which is probably where she got the idea. But and I don't know if you can tell. So on Kathleen's, there's 3 fabrics. On Olivia's, she only used 2.
Oh, okay.
So, and then what you do is you get one square has a darker star, and it goes next to a star that's lighter on the inside and darker on the outside. And so then it gives us like really cool.
Is this just the Ohio star block?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I believe this is like 6.5 inches.
I like to challenge the points.
And all this fabric is like scraps from my stash. So when I first started quilting, I didn't have the funds to just go out and buy like fabric I liked. So a lot of this stuff came from garage sales. A lady I knew she was no longer quilting. She gave me a whole bunch of hers. So I just went through it and found stuff that looked like it could be reproduction style. And so I'm really trying to get rid of scraps. I hate to throw them away. I'm almost to the point where I'm going to just give them away. But
what?
It breaks my heart to it's like, I don't know. It's like wasteful. I don't like to. So I'm trying to make scrap quilts.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So that
because it can't just sit in my house anymore. It's driving me crazy. So anyways, I won't show them all, but that's the idea.
Right. Cool.
And that's the only whip I brought because
I'll show that one in a minute. The only cross stitch whip I have is I'm still working on Teresa Koget's One Day at a Time. It's a quote by Abraham Lincoln. And I'm going down the one side and starting to put the flowers in.
Oh, pretty.
So, whoops, straight. We're straight. No, there's close straight enough.
The fabric is
so
pretty.
That's it. It is our girls. Cedar River.
Cedar River. I need to get some of her stuff. I like it.
And it's 36 count pyrite.
Pyrite.
Yeah. Oh, it's pretty. Nice. No slubs.
Does she have a website?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is. I'll put it in the description. Cedar River Linen and Designs.
I usually just go to the same several places, and if they have the fabric, I order from them. So I don't even think of going to someone's actual website.
You're the next whip, and then I'm a whip, and then I'm done with my.
Show your whip first.
So with the Fat Quarter Shop, I'm doing a quilt-along with Kimberly Jolly and several other folks that are doing this quilt-along. Boy, it's blowing it out. Whoops. And so that's what the main quilt will look like when we're done. And you do 4 quilts a month, 4 blocks a month. I could do 4 quilts a month. No.
You could. You probably already do.
And so I have January and February is done. So January, let's be in order. They're not perfect, but you told me that doesn't matter because there's so many of them you won't even notice.
They look so cute once they're all together.
Yeah.
I made the same quilt in the first version of fabric. They redid the fabric.
Yeah. This is a Cozy Home or something like that fabric. Mm-hmm. Okay. So this is Baby Jesus. This is Away in the Manger block. And that's Baby Jesus. And this, don't look close, is Candy Cane Lane.
They're such tiny pieces.
When I cut a 3/4 block, I'm like, what?
And you starched yours. I didn't starch mine.
What? I did. I did a Kimberly and Cheryl and Lisa Bonjean, and I starched. It does make a difference cutting. And easier to press. You can open your seams or.
It's easier to get it to do what you want.
Right. Without going to the iron yet.
I only use Mary Ellen's though. Does that get it
stiff enough? It gives it some body, but not stiff as they like it.
Yeah.
This is the Candy Swirl.
Oh, cutter.
These are 6.5 inch.
Firefly
blocks.
was asking a question.
Oh, you're gonna tell her about cutter quilts in a minute. And this is Christmas candles. And my candles are kind of leaning because you know what candle, they melt.
Yeah, they're realistic. I like them.
I believe it's my story. I'm sticking to it. Then this month, February's blocks was Christmas Star. I love that block. I can make a whole quilt of that block.
Yeah, I like the colors in that.
This is Christmas Star. Baby Jesus is in there. He's in there. He's in there. He's hiding right now. But you can't see him because it's whatchamacalling it out.
Oh, I didn't even realize. Where'd you find that fabric?
It's the fabric with the kit.
Oh, is it really?
You can get the kit at Fat Quarter Shop.
I thought she was kidding. I didn't know what she was talking about.
Kimberly's the one who did it and has. I wish it could show up. There, see, baby?
He's right in the middle. You can kind of see him.
He's there with some music below him. He's sort of in the middle. He's sort of in the middle. He's supposed to be in the middle. Babies move. This is Cozy Star. Oh, maybe I should turn that light out. And my favorite is the Dolly.
Yeah, she's cute.
Little Dolly. Okay, that is so I have 4 more blocks to do for March. It's not March yet. Your turn.
I was going to say, you'd be ahead of that game. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how to gift,
While I was sitting here,
members.
like, admiring your stuff, I could have been getting my stuff.
A lot of the stuff in those shelves is you made.
So cutter quilts, real quick, to answer that while I'm undoing this, is it's like a vintage quilt that has holes in it or stains. You really wouldn't want to use it for a quilt anymore. It's kind of worn itself out. And so once it's become a cutter quilt, once it's become like a worn out quilt, then it's okay to cut it. It really is not okay to cut a nice quilt. You really shouldn't.
She showed me one and she said, should I cut? Well, I know she's not going to be able to. All the work somebody put into it.
Yeah, it would break your heart.
But you should.
But on this one, you can't really tell it is a cutter quilt because she probably cut the pieces of the quilt that were still, viable. Yeah. But one of my hearts, you can kind of tell that it has holes in it. And that kind of makes it cool too, because it was a legit.
A friend of mine sent me his great aunt's quilt, and it had holes all over it, and he wanted just a piece cut out of it to frame. It was a schoolhouse block quilt.
Oh yeah.
And so that I could use as a cutter quilt because
it had moths
and
yeah.
I still felt bad about it.
I know. I don't think I could do it
because I wouldn't even mind that there were worn holes and.
That's why I pay someone else to make the pillows for me because I don't have the heart to do it myself. Okay, so this was my original blessing sampler. This is the Lord's Prayer by Leela's Studio.
Thank you, Firefly, for gifting 5 memberships. I was trying to figure out how to do that.
And then this is my progress. So see, I got pretty far. I just have the bottom part to do, and then it's all done. And it's the Lord's Prayer. I wanted to stitch this one because my husband was raised Catholic. And so when our daughter was little, he would put her to bed and they would pray together. And the only prayer he knew was the Lord's Prayer. So my daughter has known the Lord's Prayer since she was little. Mm-hmm. And so anyways, that's like a good memory. So I might stitch that for her. And
I know most of the words of the Lord's Prayer. I figure God helps me if I forget. He knows my heart. And it's same thing with Pledge of Allegiance. Did you know that Richard stands?
Richard stands?
Yes.
Is that how you used to say it? Yes. That's funny.
Lisping all the way.
My husband's just not good at like praying off the cuff with other people listening, I guess even a 2-year-old.
Right.
So he just figured if he did the one he had memorized, that would be good enough. So that's what they did.
He didn't say what he does for a living or what he did.
My husband, he's kind of a serious guy, kind of like A-type personality. He used to be a sniper in the Secret Service. So I don't mess around with him much. No, I'm just kidding. And now he still works for the government. He's a postal inspector.
Yeah.
And he says it's actually a lot more interesting because he's not just standing around.
Yeah.
He's actually doing stuff.
I wonder if they still do like they used to before the internet came along.
What do you mean?
With child stuff and
they might. I know what he does is like the drugs that go through the mail.
Yeah.
So
we're talking a little bit true crime here.
Yeah. He likes to, yeah, which is funny because I was just thinking about that today. It's like if I've watched any floss tubers, and it's like the thing is I watch the ones that I already love, but I haven't seen a lot of new ones because I'm like mildly obsessed with police body cam videos, and like she's doing the crime drama stuff. So
well, not on. I don't do a channel of crime drama. Don't troll me, but I watch it. Although Kimberly Jolly pinged me the other day, she says, "Did you watch the documentary Netflix series on OJ?"
I'm gonna watch it.
And then I said, "No, but I remember it because I remember I lived in Granite Falls. Don't judge. I had 2 acres. I had 2 cows. Bingo, and nothing. Nope. And
nothing. Nope.
It was 2 acres, and yeah, a big baseball field the boys built, and they even put up wood with like runs, all those things. And I had a hysterectomy. This is TMI, and so I was off work for the whole of. It's the first trial I watched on TV. It just like the Iraq War was the first, or Afghanistan, wherever
Kimberly, was she talking about the new one?
She was talking about the new one, but the documentary, it's still, I don't know if it's new. He killed her.
But so that was my thought, because my husband and I were talking about this at dinner last night, and he said he's watching the new one, and I said, well, is it even interesting? Because how many documentaries can you have on O.J. Simpson? Aren't they all exactly the same?
Right. Just
like the John Benet Ramsey documentaries. Like once you've seen one, haven't you seen them all? He said no. He's like, this one is really, really good. He's like, they presented information that I never knew before.
Right.
Which I don't want to tell you because I don't want to give it away. But anyways, he said the new one on Netflix is really good. So now I want to go home and watch it.
A lot of Netflix is conspiracy and just their narrative. But the OJ one.
Well, okay, I'll tell you one thing he said. I don't know if you guys will have to decide for yourself. But he said, in the trial, you always think that they only found 1 glove. But he said in this documentary, they actually say they found 2 gloves.
Yeah.
And that
one by Kato's back window or something.
And one was in OJ's
Kato's. And one, I thought the other one was at the scene.
He said one of them was found in OJ's house, and that the reason his glove didn't fit was because his lawyer made him not take his medication.
His agent said don't take that. That's what Kimberly was asking. She was confused really about his agent.
Yeah.
Gilbert. The one where allegedly his stuff all of OJ's stuff got stolen out of the agent's
home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course it did.
But yeah, that was interesting. I didn't hear that during the trial.
And I'm guessing that's why Kim really wanted you to watch it.
She did. She wanted to know she was confused about him, and I'm like, Kimberly, I don't want to watch this guy. I saw it. I remember it. And then when she goes, tell me about the agent. And I'm like, oh. I didn't remember the agent. Because I don't remember him testifying. I don't think he testified.
I'm not in with Kimberly Jolly, but she sounds like she'd be fun to.
Oh, yeah. Her and Priscilla go on Crime Con cruise.
Yeah.
Except for I'd have to go to my room a lot because I don't like people.
That's a huge milestone case. Yeah, they probably did. Yeah, hi, Cheryl. We were wondering if you were going to come in.
Yay!
What's Kim got in her hand? I have so many whips.
Somebody said your husband went from a sniper to a postal inspector. I thought he was secret agent or Secret Service.
He was Secret Service. Right. He was a sniper on the White House roof for many years. And then because of the nature of the job, you have to do several years in a field office. So then he ended up in Seattle. At that point, he was doing, counterfeit money and a little bit of the child pornography stuff.
So thank you for saying that, because there's somebody in true crime that called me a liar face.
No, he did.
She said they only protect the president. I go, I'm sorry.
No.
After 9/11, they do many more things than that, and they investigate, because there's this missing child, Sebastian Rogers. I've told you about whenever we go to that quilt store and I talk 100 miles an hour.
That was sad when you were telling me about it. Yeah.
So the Secret Service was there, but they were actually searching. I did not know they went out and searched. I did know that they do the electronic stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. I worked with them. I trained them on.
They were their own stuff. Branch, but now they're under Homeland Security, so they do a lot.
That's
more.
What happened.
Yes.
A lot of things got taken away because the FBI was like a hog. Sorry, any FBI people. They thought they were the masters of everything, and you had to go through them for things. And so DEA would get pissed at there's this whole thing.
Yeah.
And so after 9/11, they made them all work together. They created Homeland Security. Mm-hmm. They all fit under that umbrella.
Yeah. My husband worked for Bush during 9/11.
Right.
He was he was in the Marines at that point, I think. Yeah. And he was the guy that like is on the bottom of the helicopter like saluting. Like that was his whole job or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's more to it, but I don't know much about it.
Right.
But anyways, he's had an interesting career. He's taught me how to shoot, so I'm pretty decent. Although my eyesight is going, so last time we went, I
don't shoot, but I do yell.
I just say, at least I can maybe scare someone away. I don't really.
Oh, I'm sure I would scare people away. I'm not quiet, and I stomp.
You know what's funny? That reminds me. When I went to college, my mom was worried about me because I went from Whatcom County to the big city in Seattle, and she gave me a whistle to keep me safe.
Oh.
She's like, if anything happens, blow this whistle. I'm like, oh gosh.
And I used to work at the public defender, and I would go down all the alleys to get to the office. Yeah. It's like, and then all the homeless people are there sleeping by the dumpsters.
Yeah.
They never bothered me. A few of them asked for $1 or so, but
I never had any issues either. Hi, Kathy from Florida.
Hi. Okay.
Okay. So this is my next one. This is, I think everybody's seen this, Sarah Milthorpe. That big red house was what drew me in, and my
murders happening there. No,
probably. And my friend April, once again, she was stitching this. And if you ever look at her Instagram, she just has such beautiful like samplers. So if she invites me to do a stitch along, I do it. Even though I have a million things started. Same.
Oh wow!
So that's gorgeous. The start of it. I need to do the house. I'm kind of eating my vegetables first. Is that what Brenda and Laura say? Somebody says that. Eat your vegetables first. I am doing all the stuff around the big house, and I'm saving the big house
I thought dessert. They said red samplers and Blackbird design stuff.
Oh, yeah, they say
they have another rule.
They say a lot
Cheryl,
of stuff.
I'm not the only one who makes rules.
So that's Sarah Milthorpe. I don't know what to show next. This, I already showed that one.
Oh, Cheryl, wait till you see what I got from older sister. Oh, is that okay? Christy, you made that. That's your Christy wannabe.
But Christy Crosshatch is the original project, like, what do you call that? Scrappy project bag maker. I don't know what you call it. But anyway, she's the original. She's the OG.
With 2.5 inch, yeah.
And then the rest of us just copied her. Mm-hmm. And I did buy one of her bags because I wanted an original. So I will show you that in a minute.
I bought one of those grids that you do it with. And still had things connect.
I don't like the grids, but
I don't follow directions. I could never be a sniper.
Okay, all this stuff in the bottom. Oops, I'm sorry. Okay, what am I stitching? I don't even remember which one I'm stitching. I started a Christmas.
Isn't that it? No. You have all kinds of cool.
It's because I have so many patterns in here. I want to do all the Blackbird. So I started on. Sorry, I printed it out so I didn't have to bend up the book. But anyways, there's Christmas Garden. I just made a copy of it.
If you saw what I did to the Raven quilt book, I just like tore all the pages out of it so I could trace them easier.
Blackbird is like, I can't wreck my Blackbird.
Oh, I forgot. Did I tell you as you're doing that? The Fat Quarter Shop, I think in August is going to have that Raven quilt.
Yeah.
Cool. With Blackbird's fabric, a new fabric line called Purple. Kitted up people. So I'll be doing a few of those from there.
And there's my measly start on it.
Yeah.
It's Come Into My Garden by Blackbird Designs with the DMC. And this was a project bag by my friend Veronica. Okay, the bag is beautiful. It's sturdy, but what is impressive, I have to show you this. She made me this needle roll, and she stitched on it.
Who made it?
Her name is Veronica.
Oh.
She's a sweet friend of mine, and we met through Instagram.
Oh.
She lives in New York, and look at how beautiful this is. And then here's the back.
I met you through Instagram too, didn't I?
Yeah.
Or Floss too.
And then when was the first time we got to, because obviously
she lives around the corner from me, but we met in Utah.
Was that right? Yeah.
Yeah, Garden of Quilts.
So, but you were living
Teresa
in Oregon you were living in Oregon still, and then eventually you moved up here.
I don't know if I was living.
Yeah.
Oh,
when I first started watching you.
Watched me, yeah.
So I knew of you. You didn't know of me, but then I was like, hey, I live in Lake Stevens.
Yeah, because you won one of these. I made something like that.
Yeah, and that's right. Then we met at Teresa Koget's.
She had just gotten into cross stitch, and she decided to give a class on how to cross stitch.
Yeah.
And Kimberly Jolly luckily showed us both how to. The way Kimberly showed us how to do the sewing method is worked. Other people have showed us, it just didn't click.
And I was so nervous to meet Colleen.
There Teresa was, after just learning how to do this, showing she was going to table. Sorry, Teresa.
She was so sweet though. Like I love that she came and sat with us and was so down to earth. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm not gonna remember. This is Patriots Brew, 40 count Patriots Brew. This is probably the only Bristol sampler I'll ever do because it's so huge. That's kind of what it looks like. Oops. It's big. Like it's a bed sheet.
It's a bed sheet?
Yeah, it's so big.
Like a baby crib.
Look at how big this fabric is. It's a bed sheet.
Oh my gosh. And look at how little that print is. I would have to print it.
Can you see it?
Yes. Holy moly.
It's so big. I don't know how to show it.
That way.
This way?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyways, it's the other humongous.
Way. It's gorgeous. How big is this?
I will never get it done in this lifetime, but I'm going to try.
You might.
I'm stitching it with Buckeye Scarlet.
They use CMs. I don't know what CMs mean.
Buckeye Scarlet is gentle art.
And it's in German or something.
Yeah, so the only way to purchase it is to buy it directly from the designer, and then she mails it to you.
Oh.
And her name is Sabine, Sabine, Tatera Gundacker.
Okay.
Good luck. And anyways, she sent it to me.
If you want to know any of these, we'll put them I'll bother Kim and we'll put them
I saw it off someone else's Instagram and they had finished it in black and it was really pretty.
How pretty. Plagiarizer.
Yeah. You'll notice that I copy everybody else. If I'm doing something, it's because somebody else did it better and I want it in my house.
She also sells herself short. Yeah, she is still young. She's got this. Okay.
And
now here's your wannabe bag.
Oh yeah, this is another wannabe bag.
Christy wannabe. Everybody likes your bags, Christy. If you're watching us, I don't think Christy watches.
Christy's bags are.
She might watch because you're here.
I do have one Christy bag. I'll show you. This one is. Okay, this is my last one that I'm going to show. A peacock, unicorn, and a badger. I don't know how many people have seen this.
Oh, that's cool.
Or stitched it. It is like full coverage, and I am doing it full coverage.
Look at it that way.
I'm not stitching it on green fabric because I just want to torture myself.
Right.
But there is my measly start. It's so cool.
Oh, how pretty.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's so pretty. And I started it a little bit
and then the cow.
Then I put it away. Yeah,
and the bee, cool. There's a cow and a bee.
It's just on plain cream fabric because if it's going to be full coverage, I don't need to have fancy.
Yeah.
Okay, what else do you got?
So I don't have any more of those. I could start showing Happy Mail.
Okay. And do you have plans?
Plans? Well, that goes with my Happy Mail.
Oh, okay.
Because of the quilt we got.
I'm just trying to keep you on your own schedule.
Oh my God. Cheryl Jr. Speaking of Cheryl, the sister, she got this for me. I don't know how to show that. For Christmas.
Oh, that's pretty.
That came in the mail the other day. And it's actually a model by Bonnie Sullivan. She made this. It's called the Penny Rug Sampler. I'm not going to use it as a rug at all.
Where are you going to put it at?
I'm going to put it, my piano bench.
Oh, yeah.
That's by that big old antique lace I have out in the dining room.
Oh, that's a great place.
That's where I'm going to put it. So,
that's so pretty.
That. And then she also sent me, her and Anna went to the Attics. Autumn something. Cheryl, if you're still here, can you tell them what that is? Autumn something. And Cheryl brought me back a little tray.
That's cool.
So these are super because we wanted to go there. And then
Teresa Koga just showed that. She hung it on her wall in memory of Jean.
Oh, that's a good idea.
She put a little red ribbon on it. Hung it on her wall.
And lots of other little things, but of course my sister knows my patriotic love. And I have to show you this thing that my older sister sent me. This is hilarious. What is that? Oh, just a person. My Grandma B and Cheryl, I think I have a picture of Grandma B with this mink. My older sister asked Cheryl if she wanted this fur coat, and Cheryl said no. That's Colleen, and Colleen said, yeah, I can make it into a longhorn cow or something. Let me show you this.
Oh, that's what that
is.
I thought you were going to put it on.
I was going to put it on, like Kanye West's wife.
Yeah.
And then just drop it. So here's this fur coat. It is heavy. Feel how heavy that thing is.
Yeah.
In the 70s, somebody would have thrown paint on me or blood. Look at the embroidery. Smells like my sister's house.
That's pretty.
I don't know if they could see.
I'm trying to. It's like a flower.
Yeah. And I have some people that say, how cool because it doesn't even fit me. So Cheryl was when Grandma was sexy and skinny.
See, I couldn't cut that up either.
Yeah, well, give it to Lincoln. What would I? Then she also sent me, want to see Colleen when she was 20. So look at me now. Okay. Cheryl, if you're here, you'll remember these.
Oh,
look at me.
It.
Look at those glasses.
That is so cute.
How funny. Look at the mullet. It's a mullet. I didn't know girls wore mullets. And this is my oldest son, James, and Randy, my middle son. James is 50 now. Randy's 47 or 48. Had a breath. Okay.
So cute.
Your turn.
I love those pictures.
That was for my older sister.
I was gonna do a couple plans.
Okay.
Somebody made this for me. One of my good friends. Her name is Margie. She's MGE Ward on Instagram, and it's so cute. Isn't that darling? She sent it to me last year, and since it's about Valentine's Day, I wanted to stitch one too. It's by Hands On Design. The chart is Hands On Design. I'll just show you this part.
Oh,
Love is kind. Eeks. I don't know how to do this. I'm sorry. There you go. Love is kind. And so I've just been working on a couple of those. So that's one of my plans. I won't get it done this year. Margie's someone that sends me stuff, and then I log it in the back of my head so that I can make it for other people because I don't come up with the ideas on my own. Yeah. Here's my real Christy bag. Now here's the OG. This is the real thing. It's so pretty.
She makes a bunch of them from Lori. I have one.
It makes me smile. And so one of my plans is actually Christy had reached out to me this past weekend. Daylene must have been on her heart too because she was messaging me and asking me if I wanted to come into my garden. That's what this is.
So is that another Sal?
Yeah.
You and Pam.
If anybody wants to join us, you're more than welcome. We're actually going to start it on May 6th, which is my birthday, and it was Daylene's birthday. Uh-huh. And we're pretty sure this was the last cross stitch that she was stitching, but she stitched to completion, and she loved her garden. So anyways, and you can't go wrong with Blackbird. So we're going to start that in May. And my last one, it's not really even a hit at this point. It's just a dream. After I finish my Hawthorne Hollow, I really want to do the houses. So here's the houses.
I have the Halloween one I'm doing for Cheryl. Maybe I should put a few more stitches in it.
Yeah, they're so fun to do. And like if you do
if you do a block
a month, you could get it done.
That's a good idea. I can put that on my list.
So I like them. They're really cool.
I've been quilting more than whatchamajiggering.
And I've been cross stitching more than quilting.
You've been quilting. I saw quilts on your Instagram.
A little bit.
Stay-at-home quilter on Instagram.
I know. I'm a stay-at-home quilter and I don't make any quilts anymore. But I do. I just don't have the time. And with my cross stitch,
because you work too. I forgot.
Yeah, I can take it with me. Oh, you want me to help you hold that?
Yes. Okay. So the story behind this quilt I'm going to show you, it's called the Union Eagle. And I worried and had to Google it because I'm thinking, is it the right eagle? Is it the right?
What, are you worried it would be offensive?
Yes, I thought it'd be offensive. And I was watching Eleanor Burns Quilt in a Day. Mm-hmm. And my algorithm sometimes will just pop things in there and I just watch whatever's there. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good. Mm-hmm. But this was good. So she was talking about the First Ladies quilts. And she has it's called the Tales of First Ladies on her playlist. And she goes through several of them. I wish the newer First Ladies would have quilts so they could have a block as well.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll design one for them.
Didn't Barbara Bush quilt?
I don't think there's a Barbara Bush block.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, I wanted to do, and I ordered the book. I had to go through Abe's. I had to go through Second Market to get the book, which is Tales of the First Ladies, and there's the blocks that are in there to make it. And in the middle of this was something called the Union Eagle. Well, there was also even you put the stuff in the machine and it goes out. Not AccuQuilt. Yeah, AccuQuilt. AccuQuilt. But that's no longer there either.
Oh.
So I thought, I'll just, find an eagle and trace it. Then Cheryl sent me that. Mm-hmm. And I had another one that was too big. But anyway, this one's also going to be big. But this is what Kim found me on. And it's by Rachel Welch, the girl in
the lady that sent it to you. Her name is Pamela Fishbach.
Oh, Pamela Fishbach. Yeah. So this is what the middle of that quilt that I'm talking about. Where's the eagle?
It's right down here
in the middle. Can you see him?
There he is.
Let me.
Easier if I stand up. There we go. He's cool.
So he has 13 stars around him. He has what are those things? Arrows in one claw. And what is in his mouth?
Oh, the three. So I just learned about this recently. The three talons here. This is for the branches of the government. I feel so smart.
Yeah. So anyway, this came today with Kim. She brought it to me.
It's beautifully quilted, actually.
Yeah, it is.
It feels more like a what do you call it?
Well, it looks like it was a like she didn't piece this. Yeah. I'm gonna piece mine. And I love the border.
Like a duvet or something.
Yeah. And in the book it has those borders, those banners.
Oh, and so this is the same gal that did the cutter quilt pillows.
Yeah, and I'm not going to use that as a cutter quilt.
Her Facebook page is called Recycle Junkie. If you're interested in seeing her stuff, she has really pretty stuff. She's not a quilter. She just collects beautiful quilts.
Yeah. She's in Ording, Washington.
Yeah. Where is Ording, Washington? Is that by Puyallup?
More towards that way, closer to Cheryl.
She's south.
And then Kimberly. This is a cutter quilt, heart. We are washed out.
There you go.
So that's cool. Now I have 3 because you got me the 2 little ones.
Yeah.
Lincoln, say excuse me.
And then she sent you a little.
She sent these.
Yeah, those are for you from her. Every time I've ever bought something from her, she's always included a small little gift. She's very generous.
Sent me a card.
She always wraps it beautiful.
She has a really cool story too. Mm-hmm. She has a true crime story.
Who? Oh, yeah, she said you talked to her.
Yeah.
She's not on Instagram, and when I asked her if I could shout her out on Instagram, she wasn't sure if she wanted me to, because I don't think she was aware of what it was.
Yeah, she might not want to.
But she said it was okay, and she wanted to see what I wrote, but I was just trying to drive some business her way because she really has some beautiful stuff.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll have her on sometime and she could tell the story.
That'd be cool.
So anyway, she sent an antique Valentine card that says thank you and enjoy with a bunch more little hearts.
And those were just a gift. She just sent them to be nice.
Yeah.
They're really cool.
I mean, that quilt was $45, guys.
Yeah. And you can't really get it.
I mean, you can't, even though it wasn't pieced. I mean, it's going to be, because I'm going to make one just like it. $45, that's like a queen size or king size quilt.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So how about where are we at?
I think we did everything. I don't really have, you were doing a Happy Mail.
Did you
want me to
do Happy Mail?
So this is, I don't usually buy, I told you I'm cheap. I don't usually buy fancy cross stitch bags, but I have one from Olivia Pumpkin Hollow. I have one from Christy. I kind of collect ones and twosies, but I finally broke down and bought a berry bag. Didn't
Teresa? Yeah,
she did. She gave me one from the attic because she was trying to downsize all her bags. So I do have another.
We're gonna have her here too.
But I have admired her bag, so I the reason I don't like to spend the money on it is because I can make them myself, but I could not resist.
Cheryl and me and Anna, I don't know if Anna too, but we're supposed to be doing I was going to say Scarlett O'Hara quilt, but not. But it was during the Civil War.
Oh, yeah.
Or no, Renaissance, I don't know, where women weren't mattering.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody likes her stuff, and Riley Blake did it. And what is the name of the author?
Is it Jane Eyre?
No, I don't like Jane Eyre's dark.
Is she?
It's the other one. And she has this guy she fell in love with, and they married. Oh. And I think they finally married. What is the name of it? Does anybody know?
It's not coming to my mind either.
Not Jane Eyre. Lori Holt's doing something on behalf of that too.
Oh, yes.
She went to England and not Lori, but
was she an author too?
Yeah. What's her name? That lady?
In Pumpkin Hollow, Olivia, she did a quilt from her last year.
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to be doing with Barry.
Okay.
The one we don't remember, Barry, if you're watching. I have the kit. It's got a lot of fussy cutting.
Yeah, it made me. The last one had a lot of diamonds in it, and I just.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a diamond. Oh. But I'm thinking, why? They send me the panel that has the diamonds in there already. Why am I going to cut these up? Why not just do a border?
No.
Because I'm like that lazy.
I like the instant gratification.
Yeah.
Anyway, so here's another. This was a Happy Mail a while back. This is another one of Veronica's needle rolls. I just love it, and it's made out of blackbird fabric. So I love those. And then I thought I had one of you. You made. Oh, here's one that Colleen made me a little needle book.
That was out of the Teresa Colgan fabric. Oh, how cute is that?
This one came from Margie. This was a needle book. She cross stitched on the front of it. It must have something in it.
Well, not only that, look at that. It looks like the quilt block. I wonder.
And this is Lori Holt. This is the Lori Holt the cross stitch cards.
Yeah. Oh, stitch cards.
And then she just stuck it in here and made it into like a little needle book. It's really cute.
Yeah.
And then Shari Price, if you've ever seen any of her finishes, they're beautiful too. She made me this needle book. I'm kind of obsessed with the needle books. They're so cool. And I put one in every one of my project bags because
Jane Austen,
that's right. I
Thank
knew it
you,
was
Melissa.
Jane. What did I say? Jane Eyre?
Yeah, you said Jane Eyre.
I did. So, and then
I said Scarlett O'Hara. So I mean,
last thing I want to show was from the Fat Quarter Shop. These are their brand new. They're exclusive to the Fat Quarter Shop, and they're called Blue Daisy scissors. I could not resist. I I have so many scissors, it's not even funny. Someday when my daughter is going through my stuff, she's going to be like, what in the world does she need all these scissors for? And I finally got my first pair of Kohanas.
Oh, I like that color.
I got green.
Did you go through Kohana?
Yeah, this was when they were doing their exclusives.
I got it through Kimberly at Fat Quarter Shop.
I know she doesn't sell them anymore. Oh. I wanted to get one from her.
Every time I wanted to order, they were out of stock and they kept reordering. They probably just...
I need to go on there and put that I want some more because maybe they'll order them. But it was between this and the yellow ones. And I wish I had gotten... I wish I just would have gotten both. But anyways, these are cool. And the case is kind of weird because it doesn't really match, but oh well.
Yeah. Speaking of Fat Quarter Shop, we had 2 giveaways the last stream where we had Teresa Kogut with us when Cheryl wasn't gardening. Teresa Kogut. I want to know what you're planting in that snow, lady. Okay. The first winner is Georgia Moss. So in the drop down below is my email if you could email me. And the second one is Arnett Leonard. You also won a $25 gift certificate.
Congratulations.
And let me show you what they sent this month for us. And it'll be at a giveaway at a later time. And one of these is yours. So this is the fine floss. And you get 6 different ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ones.
What's
5
fine floss?
It's NPI, so it's silk.
NPI. Oh, that's really cool.
And
they're generous. They're super generous.
They really are. They sent the Stitchy Seed Company. This is Daisies.
Pretty.
And this will be on our this quilt on our next giveaway, not this one. This is designed by Angelus Jaso Tucker. It's so Emma pattern, and it's called Avion. Look at that. Of course, I love stars. So, you know. And this one, of course, coming up, is designed by Jocelyn, and it is All American. Did we?
Yeah, I remember that pattern.
Did we?
Yeah.
Edit? Yeah. I don't remember this one.
Are we allowed to say that we do that?
I don't know. We better ask Kimberly first. Oh, this one I did not see.
That's cool.
This one she must do her own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This is Lori Holt, and this is the vintage sampler.
That's the first sampler I've seen her do. It's so pretty.
Okay, light. You can't see it. You can also go to Fat Quarter Shop. I'll link all these below, and you can see them. Sorry.
You're good.
And this one is cute too. This one by Lori too. No, it's so Emma. This is 'Tis the Season. It's a little gingerbread house. And also, this is the
oh, cool.
What do you call these?
These means bookstand.
Bookstand.
Yeah.
And this one's in the denim color. And so that's so like I could put my book on there.
Mm-hmm.
See, you could put your book on there while you're quilting.
That's really cool.
This is metal, so if you have sew tights or needle minders, you could put those on there. So you could put that one with your stuff. So we'll have a giveaway of these things the next time we come. This time our giveaway is by Kimberly for the cross stitch portion. Kim. She is giving away 2 Brenda Gervais patterns. With them will be 4 keys each that go with these love pillows. So there's one. So if you want this, say
love.
And the second one, same thing. It's different, isn't it?
Oh, maybe say love for this one and key for that one.
Okay. Love. You're still going to get a key for that.
Yeah.
And love. Key. Key. Oh, yeah, because it says key.
Key to my heart.
Key to my heart. And the other one by Brenda Gervais, I love.
Love
notes. So then, did you want to show the quilting?
Yes, but I don't know where this is to. Do you?
I thought you put it right here.
I did. I probably put it away with everything else. So chat for just a second.
Well, chat. What do you guys have any questions? We're thinking of having, well, we want to have Teresa Strictly Stitcher here when she can.
Yes.
But like just opening it up to some of you who don't have a floss tube and want to show us your stuff, we can invite you up. Oh, this is pretty. This is by Free Spirit. Okay.
Yep. And then
for quilting part of the giveaway.
Cleaning out my stuff, and I have every quilter has too much stuff. So I had this what is it? Fat quarter bundle?
Yeah.
It's Free Spirit. It's Valentine's Day fabric, never been used. And I
never been cut into.
Would love for someone who would actually use it to get it. So
yeah.
What do we say for this?
Roses.
Roses, perfect.
So roses. And let's see, it doesn't say who the designer is. Tanya Whelan.
Yeah, and it's called Valentine Rose.
Valentine
so perfect.
Rose. So it's fat quarter of how many? Lots. Oh, looks like a panel too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, why didn't I just read this?
Oh, 15
piece fat quarters. So that's all I get. Do you have any plans? We already did plans. Do you have anything else you want to, what were you going to do about that?
Oh, this was just my stitchy box. I was going to mention it, but I forgot when I was showing my my Valentine. Is this from
Fat Quarter Shop too?
Yeah, this is actually from the Fat Quarter Shop.
We might as well just go to work for them.
We love Fat Quarter Shop. You can kind of see it right there. It says Fat Quarter Shop on
and
it.
It's soft pink. It's a soft pale pink. It's gorgeous. But Kimberly pink.
One of my sweet friends sent it to me, and we did a stitch along. I don't
know if she wants
me to say but she decorated it for me. Isn't it cute? It's
oh my gosh.
The little hearts on there, and then
this thing off.
On the inside she put, these are Lori Holt scissors.
We're in the dark now. That is cute.
So anyways, so as I was stitching, I had my Valentine's Day box.
Yeah.
That was really it.
Cool. Well, let's see if anybody has any questions. What does this say? Shoot, sorry what? Put the word love. Oh, okay. Thank you, Firefly. Where's my... Oh, Melissa. Cheryl's must be going to be quilting a quilt for Melissa. See, she's busy. That's my sister's busy girl.
Oh, and maybe we should mention to put the words in after the video.
Yeah, I could keep both, but it would be best for you to put the words in after the live goes not live, after it dies. Because it's easier for me to pull your name from there. Cheryl's like, I'm back. Cheryl, tell us what you are. Oh, I think that she's prepping Cheryl, my sister has a huge garden, not only in her property, on both neighbors' property, probably across the street too. Probably all of Happy Valley, Oregon. No. And so she is getting ready for
Does she have a greenhouse that she puts all her...
No, but the neighbor does. See, this is how we...
encroach
over there into the neighbors. If you guys needed a good attorney. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Cheryl. So anyway, I can't think of anything more. I hope you come back again. I know you have a bunch more. Next time you come, you have to bring your quilts.
Yeah, I have one that I've got working, but it's so heavy. It's the Lori Holt Mercantile quilt.
Oh, I want to see that one.
Big circles on it, but it's so heavy and it's so hard to fold up. So I left it at home. But
you know what she sold me on? I pinged her. I said, darn it. The baskets.
Oh.
Pinwheels and baskets.
Is that it?
Yeah. So the baskets, it's a Quilt-along right now. The basket, so it's like, 1800s type thing in my mind. Probably not, but everything's Lincoln. So it's piecing. The pinwheels is piecing. the baskets is applique. And I love Lori's applique. Lori told me that when I was telling her about Eleanor, because Eleanor was showing how she was doing an applique piece for this Tales of the First Lady. And she was using Lori's method. So I said, Lori, Eleanor, Eleanor that tosses stuff over her shoulder, she used your method. And then Lori told me that Eleanor came to one of her quilt classes, one of Lori's, and it was the first. It was the first Christmas vintage. Yeah, one of them that they used appliques for. Oh, okay. And Eleanor told it was a genius idea, and it is. It's a genius idea. Yeah. And then I'll be doing, I promise some people that are doing the Raven quilt with me, a tutorial from one block, start to finish. So what I have to do is set my camera app while I'm tracing, because what happens is I'm like, I'm just going to get this done.
And then you forget.
And then I forget to show you. So I need to do that because some people have their stuff cut out. And I'm worried that they cut it out because you have to turn, it's
you have to
mirror image.
Yes.
But the cool thing is you really don't have to worry. That's the cool thing about quilting, especially applique. So what if the birds are facing this way? Who knows? They don't all have to face this way. Maybe they want to face this way. Maybe some want to face right on, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. So.
You said something that made me think, okay, so you've talked about the First Ladies a few times now.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody who's like real big into the floss tube world has probably seen, is it Rachel?
I wish she would finish her series.
I know. Can we all just harass her? No, I'm just kidding. Don't harass her, but like I really want her to keep going. This is a dog
whistle. We are going to harass Rachel.
They were the best. I think she only did 2, right?
Yeah. And you know what? So like when Eleanor was doing the Tales of the First Lady, so she's just chatting away like it's no big deal. She isn't saying, go away, leave me alone. Mm-hmm. She's just talking about like Mrs. Lincoln, who's very undersold. Mm-hmm. And she agrees with me that, it's not nice what people say about Mary Lincoln. Mm-hmm. So, she's just stitching, and then she stops and she goes, and then you do this and this, and then let's get back to Mary and Todd. And I'm just like, and I would be like, duh.
Was this on Quilt in a Day?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's called, I sent both Lori and Kimberly the link to the playlist. Okay.
Very cool.
Yeah. So, yes, we do need, because she really did good. She dove deep dive.
I know she's busy, but come on, like, please.
Cheryl, if you can think of, Cheryl, do you know any other after the old people, old presidents' wives did quilt blocks? We know when we have them. Do you know of any of the, like during our generation, even, during our generation, from Mrs. Eisenhower,
It's trying. You're old. You're old, she's saying. You should know.
I'm old. Yeah.
I was trying to think.
I'm not a president's wife.
Who was the
I would have married Lincoln. I would have dumped Mark and married Lincoln.
There was a movie that just came out about a president, and he ended up with like Parkinson's. Who was that?
Who had Parkinson's? Who had the shakies?
No.
I don't remember.
I wasn't sure.
It's Rachel. If you were here, you could tell us. Maybe we invite her on and make her tell a story of the First Lady.
Yeah. Because I don't think I'm alone, and I'm not really, I mean, I like history, but I don't devour it the way that you do. And
well, I don't devour
hers was interesting. I really liked it.
I don't know that I devour it. I think Mark did. And then he willed it to me.
Yeah. It's interesting to you. It's interesting to me too, but it has to be fed to me in a way that I understand it and can appreciate it.
So in other words, I can't tell to you because
well, you do all the time, and I love it. But unless you want to volunteer. Do you want to volunteer to do one on the First Lady? I would listen to it.
I can't. I have no speaketh ability because I'm busy doing my thing, and if I have to, I guess I could like take little piece. Well, that's what she was doing, and she was doing it. Yeah. I mean, I'm not taking it from her.
See, Cheryl agrees with me. Even better, you doing. Because you would do it just as, I mean,
no,
it was still her idea. So we got to be careful about not stealing her idea.
I have a narrative.
You'd have to give it a different twist.
Oh, I would give it a different twist. You people would all love Mary by the time I'm done.
And I think she already did Mary, didn't she?
She died.
No, I mean Rachel. Didn't Rachel do Mary Lincoln?
Oh, I don't know.
Or am I wrong?
She did Martha, which was a good one.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
I knew about Martha. And I mean, I have a whole shelf of all these women because I was interested in the first wives because they're who make the president, in my opinion. So, I would buy when Mark would be like shopping around mostly in Gettysburg, and I would find wives like Eleanor Roosevelt, Mrs. Bush. I would buy the books of the first wives to understand them. Yeah. Because, they matter.
Behind every good man is a good
one. I should just ask her. One. So anyway, Cheryl, thank you for your gifts. There was a whole bunch more in that box she sent me from when she went to the addict. She went to the addict because I'm an addict about presidents or the Civil War. Yeah. Anyway, so thank you. And thank you all for joining us. And I hope we didn't bore you too much or tell you anything that was misinformation.
And thanks for letting me
of course.
Intrude on your floss tube.
Next time she'll bring quilts.
Yeah, I guess I got some homework to do. I got to finish something.
So everybody have a great rest of your day, and we will see you later. I don't know when we'll be back. When I could grab someone, because Cheryl's planting seeds. I love you, Cheryl. You know I do. Okay, bye, y'all. Cheryl's like, so glad I didn't have to deal with that woman.
How do you know you're off now?
I'm not. End string.